Well, back pain is a common problem, and there may be as many ways to treat it as there are types of pain. Today, Dr. Richard Busch joins us to explain spinal decompression and how it can help relieve that pain. Dr. Busch, as always, thanks so much for coming in. First of all, tell us, what is spinal decompression?
Spinal decompression, very simply, is a cycling of different types of force over what would be considered a sinusoidal type of a wave. So it's actually being applied at different forces. And as we're doing that, it's helping to relieve pressure from not only the disc, but also take pressure from that disc off of the nerve. And when we're doing that, we're creating a negative pressure on the inside of the disc, so it helps bring in oxygen, water, nutrients, and everything else that that disc needs to heal.
How does that differ from other ways of treating it?
Well, you've heard of traction, I'm sure, in the past. Traction is basically applying a force in a very similar manner. So that's a predecessor to what we're using. But the difference is the computer systems that are actually controlling the treatment force. As far as that's concerned, I see patients all the time who say, well, I went and saw a doctor so-and-so and he's doing exactly the same thing as you. Well, that's not necessarily true. And the biggest difference is not only the equipment, but also the fact that we've developed the DRS protocol over the last 20 years, or 22 years now. And so unless we actually train the doctor, they're not doing exactly what we're doing.
How far has this procedure come?
It's actually, I think it's come light years. From a treatment standpoint, obviously the option or the other alternatives for us are surgery, or epidural injections, or just to live with the pain in some cases. They are also even using things like spinal cord stimulators to help cover up the pain. The problem with that is, first of all, you're going to continue to do damage to not only the disc itself, but the nerve. And the patient's in a great deal of pain in many cases. So basically what we're doing is we're working to help relieve that pain and get them back to a normal activity level, either without it or with a great reduction in it. And obviously the fact that it's non-surgical, safe, and pain-free is another benefit.
What do some patients say that maybe were skeptical coming in, but they've had success?
Well, actually, over 20 years of working with these types of patients, everybody has a little bit of skepticism. But at the same time, we've had a great deal of success in helping these patients and helping them regain their lives. And when we do that, it's not only having an effect on them, it's also having an effect on their entire family.
Right.
We can start making them nicer again, if you will.
Yeah, because I mean, honestly, back pain, it affects absolutely every fact of your life.
Exactly.
All right. Well, doctor, we appreciate you coming in.
Thank you very much, Pat.
So much. You can find out much more information about spinal decompression by calling the number right there on your screen, or, of course, visiting buschchiropractic.com.